everybody. Welcome to another episode of Nonsense. My name is George Passarello.
I'm Joe Quadara, and today we're getting ready. We're getting the holiday spirit. Later tonight we have Christmas on Jersey Street, so we're really excited. And happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Today we're really happy to have with us. My name is George Passarello.
I'm Joe Quadara.
We've been getting a lot of questions about Facebook marketing from our friends, businesses, family, cousins, sister's cat's dog. I don't know what a cat's dog is, but I guess a cat can have a dog. Welcome to another episode of Nonsense.
Wait a minute. Why do you have headphones and I don't got headphones? I just want to know.
I'm a fan of Jimmy's. I used to watch The Man Show, and I thought it was, the greatest thing on earth because they had girls in bikinis jumping on trampolines. There's always a lot of talk about these questions. They're the Proust or Proust or Proust or Proust.
Another Vladimir Putin came into the conversation, and George had said, "Car troubles Putin you down." Paul Barry's,
and it was during the whole Trump controversy,
right? But it was really edgy.
Nobody really cares about Putin. He's in Russia. He's not here.
One with George and Joe. All right, everybody, we're back. Thanks for joining us today. Today we have a fun day. I love the holiday season. We have a chance to give back to the community, which is really what this podcast is about at the end of the day. Today we're going down to Jersey Street at the Mount Sinai Church, and I'm just bringing up the details so I can let everybody know. Today at 5 o'clock at 382 Jersey Street at the Mount Sinai Church, in coordination with the Jersey Street Merchant Association, the Verrazano Kiwanis Club, the Staten Island Downtown Alliance, and Mount Sinai Church. We're
the
bringing
Manfredi Movement.
Oh, and the Manfredi Movement.
As of new.
Sorry, Joey, I didn't mean to forget you, buddy. Never forget the Manfredi Movement, and you can check out their website. He'll put the link in below.
Yeah.
The Manfredi Movement is an organization that Joey started with his friends and cousins and family to get youth involved in giving back and getting involved in the community, and I think that's absolutely amazing, and it goes right in the spirit of today's podcast. Christmas is an interesting time. There are many of us out there that are fortunate, and there are many of us out there that aren't fortunate. And for some, Christmas is a wonderful holiday, and I think I need to remind everybody, for a lot of people, it can be a time of sadness. So be aware of that when you're talking to other people. Anyone who's lost their parents would know, like me. Christmas brings back a lot of great memories and then a lot of voids. But I choose to focus on the great memories and creating new ones. And today, me and Joey and Letitia, our partner, along with who else?
A ton of people from the Manfredi Movement. Just to shout them out quick, there's only 5 of us. So Nick DeSimone, Emily Aiello, Tom Damone, Corrado Sina, and myself. So we actually work together with all of the people who are sponsoring tonight's event to get some toys. So we had an amazing response on social media. We got in a ton of money, donations that we were able to go right to Dollar Store and Five Below and buy probably over now in my trunk about 400 toys.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
And some candy and food for tonight.
And you did that. You have an event coming up on Sunday too, right?
Yeah. So I want to also shout that out. So Frank Russo from Ink Couture got
What's
us
up, Frank?
involved in his awesome event, which is for Autism Warriors. So we've got that toy drive on Sunday. We've got the Christmas on Jersey Street tonight, and we've got a trunk full of toys for kids that hopefully will have a big smile on their face coming this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we need to give a big shout out to the Kiwanis members who are coming today. Joey and Corrado, both Verrazano Kiwanis members. Verrazano Kiwanis, another amazing organization that I'm extremely proud to be involved with. Today we're going to have volunteers: Steve Argentine, Joe Bertone. Who else is coming from Kiwanis? You, me, Corrado. Yeah. We got amazing food donated. This is the 3rd year we're doing this event. And at least I've had the privilege, thanks to Letitia, of being involved in this event. We started out small. The first event maybe had 60 people. The second one had, I want to say, 100 or 120 people. And today we're expecting, well over that. With the amazing generosity of the people out here in Staten Island, I need to give some thanks to those people. Cucina Teresa Rosenthal and Kenny Rosenthal from our Verrazano Kiwanis Club donated Teresa's the most amazing chef,
Yeah, that's for
and
sure.
she donated. When you see this macaroni and cheese, I'm telling you, I almost bought Kraft, swapped it out because it's two beautiful trays of macaroni and cheese. A big shout out to Lori and Todd Carroll for their donation from La Fontana of chicken fingers and French fries, which of course the kids are going to adore. Another big shout out and thank you to another great Verrazano Kiwanis member, Jackie Phyllis, and the YMCA counseling center, treatment center that I'm privileged to be on the board of, has donated a giant tub of jump ropes and crayons and toys for the kids, as well as 2 trays of pasta. And then Michelle Krupe from Barry's Auto Body, our client and a dear friend, and another phenomenal Verrazano Kiwanis member, donated a tray of pasta as
I'm going to
well.
cut you off quick, Jordan. I'm sorry. We've got people in Italy watching, which is awesome. So,
Go ahead, give him a little hello in Italian, Joe.
so buon Natale cugino. And, it's awesome that one thing I want to point out, sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but there's a long list of people that are responsible for these awesome things that are happening. So,
A real long list.
it's so amazing how, especially during the holiday season, like you were saying, obviously there are some people out there that have a tough time during the holiday season. But if you all come together to do something great like this, whether it's a toy drive or even just a family tradition, it takes a lot of people. It's not just one. And I want to thank everyone out there who has not only donated but spread the word and helped us with tonight's event and Sunday's event at Ink Couture.
Yeah, don't miss Sunday. What time is it again at Ink Couture?
Ink Couture is at 11 a.m. To 2 p.m., I believe, and that's located in Pleasant Plains. And it's going to be Santa, food.
And it's to benefit
Autism Warriors.
Autism
Yep.
Warriors, which I think is amazing. Autism has been running rampant, especially here on Staten Island. And I don't know if we have the dump to blame for that, but I know they're doing a study to figure that out. So I think that's phenomenal. So head over to Ink Couture. It's in Princess Bay. Princess Bay
about that, yep.
on Amboy Road. You could find the information on the Manfredi Movement Facebook page.
Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and our website, themanfredimovement.com.
This guy's got more time. I gotta get him. We gotta keep him busier. That's a lot of information right there. That's great, and that's social media. That's brilliant, and that's what you need to do. So I hope this year doing this event has kind of, I don't want to say it's changed me because everyone says that. I don't want it to be too corny, but I encourage everybody to, if you have children, bring them down. There's something about getting a handle on. I'm going to try and say this the right way. Getting a handle on reality, and I know there's a lot of, I'm going to say spoiled brat kids because I'm going to say it. I'm just going to come out and say it. Sure. And they don't really know what they have. And I think every parent out there is going, I'm not a parent, so I'm not speaking from the eyes of a parent. I'm speaking from a third party source here. When you hear things from children like, my life is over, my Xbox controller is broken, versus what I heard as playing Santa at the Jersey Street Merchant Association, and where kids ask for very simple things: a brother, a sister.
Just a quick disclaimer. Obviously, Santa has helpers down here for those who are watching. So George is just one of those who Santa reached out to help him.
Wink. Yeah. So, they said, thanks for the disclaimer. They said that, they said things to me that will stick to me for the rest of my life. And the things that they asked for were very simple things that a lot of people may or may not take for granted. So I just encourage you to expose the youth of today, so they understand how good they have it, or at least teach them how to do some service for their community, because I think it changes you. It changed me.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm just showing your kids, no matter how old or young they may be, I think it's important for them to just be able to take part in giving back. So I think I've got a couple of my cousins coming on Sunday, once again, 11 a.m. in Couture. Just to see what it's like to give back to someone in need, or see what it's like just to help others, whether it be a financial difficulty that they're battling, or medical, anything. It's just a great feeling, and it's a great thing, especially around this holiday. to give back.
Yeah, when you talk about things like autism, I mean, you know, you could be the most financially well-grounded family in the world and be suddenly, you know, wiped out with doctor bills and lost work time and a myriad of things that the best of us couldn't expect, you know, or be ready for. So there are times where everyone, you know, everyone needs a hand, and this is the season of giving, and this is the time to do it.
Yeah, and I want to highlight too, one thing I've been pushing for a lot is that I love how everyone's super hyped about giving back during the holiday season. But as you know, a leader in the Manfredi Movement and involvement with George and so many clubs on Staten Island, my goal is to make the entire year like this, because everyone's so amped up and everyone's so willing to give. Obviously, you can't, you know, financially put out all that money all year, but at least be excited about volunteering.
And there's other things besides money. There's
Yeah.
time, right? So not everybody has the means to you know, donate money, but man, time is just as valuable.
For sure.
And you know, spend some time. Go to a senior center at Christmas and spend some time with somebody that doesn't have a family. Is more valuable than $1 million to that person, because they simply don't need it. So reach outside of yourselves this season, and like Joe said, all year long.
Yeah.
One of the things that the Verrazano Kiwanis does is we collect food, you know, and we started our first year and we did it on Thanksgiving, and then we realized, well, everybody's doing it on Thanksgiving. So we shifted our food drive. I believe it's April, right? Somewhere
yes,
around
yeah.
April, we're going to do it this year, because that's when the pantries are at their lowest. So you're right. We tend to forget, and don't forget. So the whole year thing, I echo it with Joey. You know, service will change your life, your children's attitude, and the community. So what's better than that?
Yeah, and another thing too, this is like a little bit veering off, but also if you have family out there or if you have friends out there, give them a call. Thank them for being there if they were, or anyone. It doesn't have to be a family member. It could be a friend. And start maybe building a tradition. There's something that I value so much about the holiday season, and it's a tradition with my family. You know, Christmas Eve, I'm always with one side, and Christmas Day, I'm with the other. But it's just awesome to have a tradition and stick to it. So, you know, maybe build a new tradition this year. Reach out to your friend, reach out to your family, and just thank them for being there, because that's what it's really all about.
Yeah, and you know, again, I'll say how many people aren't here that you would love to have sitting at that Christmas table. Don't miss the opportunity to thank somebody that might not be there next year.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I don't want to say it in a dark way, but I think everyone understands what I mean. So I'm going to go with that. So I hope everyone out there joins us tonight. You know, we'd love to see you down on Jersey Street. It's a beautiful little church. It's a forgotten neighborhood that, especially my friends on the South Shore, you know, they have the most amazing shops on Jersey Street. There's a butcher that's been there for I don't know how many years, but I want to say 60 or something like that.
Wow.
Extremely long time, that has the most amazing cuts of meat. There's little novelty shops. There's food that you can't get on the South Shore down on Jersey Street. So, you know, break the barrier, cross the Mason-Dixon line, check it out once during this holiday season, and maybe even tonight. Again, goes on 5 o'clock till whenever it shuts down. Depends on how many people come and how good the party is. So we're gonna run it all night. So again, I hope you join me tonight.
Yeah.
And if anyone has any toys they want to drop off, we'll certainly make good use of them. You can bring them over to the Mount Sinai Church on Jersey Street. We'll be happy to make sure they get into the hands of those who need them.
Yeah, so one more time, I just want to break down the details for this weekend's event. Tonight, Jersey Street, 5 p.m. We'll be giving back toys to tons of children. And also on Sunday at 11 o'clock, Ink Couture with the Manfredi Movement and all of the clubs and people who have been helping out. That's at 11 a.m. in Princess Bay at Ink Couture. Don't forget to subscribe to our Von Sense YouTube channel.
Please subscribe.
We need some subscribers out there.
We need people to like this channel. We're not going anywhere if we don't get your likes. So, you know, comment down below, like Joey said, but mostly head on over to our YouTube channel and our Facebook page and give us a like.
Yeah. So have an awesome rest of your Friday. Have a happy holiday. Enjoy the food, the drinks, whatever it is, but most importantly, give back to someone in need and start a tradition with a family or friend.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say Merry Christmas because I am of a Christian background, and then I'm gonna echo that with Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy whatever you celebrate. Just remember, this time of year is a time to celebrate and be joyous and give back. Don't forget. Thank you for watching Von Sense.